Spotlight. It's all about Maryland living.
Welcome to Maryland Spotlight. I'm Kim Knight. Are you ready for retirement? I know it can be stressful and intimidating, but our guest today is Woody Derricks, Partnership Wealth Management. You are the CFP and ADPA. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Well, talk about the first steps in preparing for retirement.
The first steps are knowing what you want to do in retirement and knowing where you want to live. A lot of states have, if you decided to move, a lot of states have different tax laws and different costs of living. You'll also want to know if you're going to be carrying a mortgage into retirement. And depending on what you want to do, some people like to travel in Europe first class.
Sounds good to me.
Right. Some people like to travel in the U.S. on a budget, and other people do a lot of volunteer work. All those are great options, but they all come with very different price tags. So the old rule of thumb of 70 to 90% of your current income needed in retirement isn't true anymore because people do such a diverse range of things.
Now talk about income planning.
The first thing you want to do is look at fixed income, so Social Security and pension plans if you're lucky enough to have one of those. Looking at using those to offset your fixed expenses like a mortgage or insurance. Anything that's left over or extra can go towards basic expenses like groceries, and then using long-term investments for discretionary expenses like dining out and travel.
Talk about the income and expenses and how that all works. I mean, you'd have to, kind of decide, as you said, getting the big picture together about what you want to do in retirement.
Right. So when you're looking at your income and your expenses, you want to make sure that you have fixed and conservative pieces covering your basic expenses, and then discretionary expenses like travel, knowing how much that's going to be and budgeting that in for yourself. And when you have longer-term investments that could go up and down in value, when they go down in value, you'll probably cut back on some of your expenses, and when they go up, you can spend a little bit more.
Now, what else should retirees be prepared to face?
The psychological challenges of retirement. A lot of people have spent 30 or 40 years saving and in the mentality of building their savings, so that switching to spending that savings can be very challenging for some people. Also, some people don't find retirement very fulfilling. They wake up, they eat something, they do a few light chores, and then take a nap, and they don't feel like they're really contributing to the community as much. And some people also have a hard time adjusting spending all day with their spouse.
Ah, there you go.
So a lot of people are going back and working part-time or volunteering to feel like they're doing more for the community and also getting out of the house a little bit.
Good. Well, we want to get everybody planning for their retirement. Your website is partnershipwm.com.
That's right.
Okay. Well, Woody, thanks for being here today.
Thanks again for having me.
Alrighty. And thank you all for joining us today on Maryland Spotlight. I'm Kim Knight.